Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. I'm Anugma, and I was from Bharati Vidyabhavan. I am just done with my class 12 as of June 1st, and I'm um, an aspirant of civil service, and yeah.
Yeah, you can tell the background of our meeting.
I have few doubts and reading regarding newspaper reading, and also I was confused what stream to take in degree. So this is regarding that. Nice, I'll get a good guidance from uh, everyone.
Yeah, now we scheduled this for a very specific newspaper which you have sent me, right? Yeah, generally what do we do is when such a request comes, I used to post it to the other members who may be interested. I think Revati from Thiruvananthapuram is joining. Otherwise also we will post it and then post it onto YouTube. So you can read that brief what you have made first.
Okay, sir. Shall I start?
Yeah.
Purely camping actions. So what I understood from this news article is, it is basically about Chinese military which are planning a sanitary which marks the 100th anniversary of People's Liberation.
What you should do is tell the title very clearly. I could not catch the title.
Okay. PLA campaign highlights LAP actions.
No, I did not get again. Explain it further.
Okay. PLA, which is People's Liberation Army, Chinese army, it is campaigning a sanitary, which is 100th anniversary near LAC, line of actual control. It is going to be held on June 4th under the leadership of President Xi, and it is basically held in the line of actual control where the casualties happened in June 15, 2020 between India. The main aim of this meet or celebration is to let people know, the general public, the domestic public, when they have a tour in the country, to let them know the.
Where is the news reported from?
Hindi newspaper.
No, where is it reported from?
Beijing, if I'm not wrong.
No. It was not a report. It's an article written by Ananda Krishnan, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So that is not a report at all. It's not a report. It's called a story.
Okay.
See, there are newspaper. What happens is I can call few press people and then tell this is what I want to tell. And that when you write it, it becomes a report. From what is heard from different sources. If I make a story and write it, it is called a story. So this is not a report, it's a story. It may be right, may not be right. It's my version. That is why they write it by name. It need not be a person who is working in the press also. It could be somebody else contributing an article to the paper. They may be guest writers. Right? When it is from the same newspaper Hindu, what they do is they write a reporter or reported from. So it's not from Beijing. It's somebody, I guess Anandakshan is in Bangalore. So he generally contributes something related to military. So he may be a specialized in that. We must be very careful who is telling, whether it is authentic. Okay. So you don't read it, you tell me what did you understand from that.
Okay, sir. So, Beijing is planning to hold a sanitary, which was actually in Galwan Valley, where in 2020 there was casualties exchange between India and China, and the main aim of them, the military, is to know how hard they work, to let people know, and also they spread into east part of China and also the Gobi Desert in the northwest, and trying to spread whatever they are trying to protect the country and how smart they are. So that's what they're trying to exhibit. As it is the 100th anniversary, they're trying to celebrate it with people.
So,
That's what I understood.
so you understood the geography?
Yes, sir. Not bit of politics, but yeah.
Yeah, geography, the place, where is it happening? Where was the border issue? North to east Gobi Desert, you said.
Northwest Gobi Desert, and in the parts of northeast, they're trying to spread it, sir.
Okay. So this is between the India and China border. Which is the state which is in common there? Which state of India?
Sikkim,
Sure.
Jammu and Kashmir. I'm sure about it.
That is what you should be very clear. Say when you read a news, it is very, very specific. You understood? I did not read the newspaper at all. I didn't even see that. So I am only asking you to know. Because for me to understand, what I need is I must know where is it. If it is happening in Kakinada, it is different. If it is happening in Hyderabad, it's different. If it's in Visakhapatnam, it's different, right? So similarly, I must know where is it. Which is the state which is dealing with that. If it is directly in contact with China, or we have Nepal in between in some places. Or we have Sikkim in place in between. Okay, so we have Bhutan. So which is a direct contact with China? Then you must know where is it. Got it? When we go to northeast like Arunachal Pradesh, we will see the border like Amliang and all. I have physically been there. So we know the fight happens, the terrain we know, the climate we know, which time it happens we know. But if it is Kashmir area, we know when is it happening. So locate the geography. Even if you are reading any international news. Who reports, where is it reported, where is it happening, all that information along with where exactly geographically it is also important. Okay, yeah.
So I think in Galwan Valley, Pangongsa Lake in Jammu and Kashmir.
Yeah.
So there, in 2020, in the mid-June, in June 15th actually, there was casualties held, and there itself they're holding this. So it is a thing to be worried about. My personal feeling. So, and also in the Karakoram range, the 3 layers of Himalaya which is bordering from India to China, in between Nepal, we have Karakoram range, and over there, soldiers of Chinese, they're trying to spread message to the local people. That is what it is meant.
Yeah, generally the China to India, what happens is it also depends on who are the local people through which they can approach. It's all because they wanted to connect to the west. If they can connect the Karakoram Pass directly to the Chicken Neck and then connect to Pakistan, then they can reach Afghanistan and then have the old Silk Route. Okay, so that is what they wanted to establish. So what will happen? We have got a China occupied Kashmir. We also have a Pakistan occupied Kashmir. And there is a no man's land. Everybody claims that. So if that can be connected, the head of India, Jammu Kashmir can be cut. That is what they are looking at. So China is always having a good relation these days with Pakistan. Okay, so once they can do, they can cross up to Russia, into Kush, and go to Gulf, then from there connect to Europe. Got it? So that is what they aim. It's always a threat for India because it's like a virus. Once it is spread, it will start spreading down to south also. Got it?
Yes.
So they create, because it's a very, very tough terrain. So they look for good climate, good time. So June is a time generally, because the sun is in the south, the glacier will start melting. It is not too harsh. Even Himalayan mountain, when we go to Kailash and all, we go in June. That's only time when you will see little bit of water there. Otherwise it's full snow. Right? So last time they had a problem with Indian. They couldn't succeed. So what is done generally is a big stone. They will write something in China saying that, and then roll the stone. From the mountain top, it will be rolled down. So once it is down, that becomes their land, right? Because we don't have a fencing, we don't have a compound wall kept. Unlike what we have in Pakistan border.
Pakistan.
Yeah. So what does the story say? What is that written there? Last year we had. So what is that expected this June? Something is expected.
Yes.
Is that what the news says? I did not read. What is the brief you made which you can read for me? Did you make a brief by yourself or only highlighted a few?
No, I read the whole thing and tried to understand it and just I explain it in a summary, so that's it.
Yeah, you should always write a brief.
Okay, can you specifically say what in brief or what?
Yeah, brief where it happens, why it is happening, and who are the role players. Whenever you read a news, what you should look at is facts and figures. What is the fact? Fact need not be truth. My view on the report is called fact. Figure. Figure means where, latitude, longitude, the date if it is specified, and everything is like a drama. We can see role players. There is an India playing, there is an China playing, and then apart from country, now we know it is military. So the institution who are playing. I am giving a general view. Then if it is two different institutions, did they mention names of the people? Is it ministerial level or it is only military level? Defense ministry is different, military is different. Did Prime Minister of India report is involved there? The Chinese government, who is involved there? Those names came or not? Understood? Sometimes the stories can be very, very casual without facts and figures. So you will not give importance at all.
Okay.
Got it? Sometimes reporting can be from, not from Beijing, not from India, it can be from somewhere else. Then, some international people are trying to involve in this. So it is not between China and India. In between there is somebody else playing. So that is what it should be very clear. So once it is clear, you can understand. It's like a drama in front of you. Everything, let it be physics or mathematics or chemistry or history or whatever, it should be visualized. If I can visualize, now when you, with these view, when you read the newspaper, you will understand it more clear. You will look for these facts. You will look for the figures. You will visualize it. That is how it should. And then don't leave it. Immediately you must make a brief by yourself. So if what I was looking for is when you read the brief, I understand something. Then immediately I will ask you to read the whole story and then look at is there is something missing. Why is it given in civil service is one question. Why such a job is given, or why that is very important in civil service examination? Why is it important? When a file goes to a secretary, or maybe you are a IPS, you are a police person, and you got a great number of files. Any police case or any civil case, a collector, there is a revenue order which collector has to make. He will get maybe 10 files which must have started 1970, on which minister has to give an order. Yes, go ahead. Correct? Do you think the minister will read all the files? Do you think the minister's private secretary will read? No. So I, as an assistant, my job is to read the whole file and write the essence of it in few lines. So as a civil servant, even in IFS, Indian Foreign Service, or Indian Forest Service, or in the Indian Police Service, or in the Administrative Service, the first job of an officer is, from the big file, how beautifully I can make the story in few lines and present it to my boss. Got it? When I was with the Cabinet Secretariat, we get big files. Myanmar is a big file. What is happening in Myanmar? The assistant's job is to create a small chit, half page only will be there. And that half page will explain everything. And then what he does? Okay, this sentence, if I ask where is it, immediately he will have a small chit kept in the file. From this portion I picked it up. So how do I select civil service aspirants? How do I choose who need to do this job? Do you have that aptitude? When you read a big book, will you be able to write a brief? So you can do it on a review of a movie, 2.5 hours movie. People write reviews. So if you are good in reviewing a movie, you are good. You know how to analyze a big story, Ramayana, and you wanted to say that in very small. See, we have Eka Sloka Ramayana. One sloka, the whole Ramayana is briefed. So all these are different techniques traditionally we have followed. Got it? Nothing new. Don't think that civil service is a different examination. This was part of our learning all throughout. So when I make a small book on prelims handbook, that doesn't explain everything. But reading that, you must know, oh, this is a big job. This is the brief on that. And what people like Manogna has to learn. I have sent you book. I have not heard any response from that. Acknowledgement is a must. Acknowledgement means, yes, I read this. What information you have given? Did I respond immediately when you had a question? When you asked me something, did I respond very fast?
No, after understanding it.
Yeah, I gave reply, correct or not? Don't expect that in 1 minute I will give. It's not the only job I am doing, right? So did I respond to you is my question.
Yes, sir.
Did you respond back on what I gave?
I couldn't comment in the book.
No, at least did you say that, oh, this I saw. One comment I saw. Regarding book, no, regarding book. Regarding, see, what I am saying is appreciating when somebody does. These are all part of the job. Very, that is where we know. You must listen my discussion with one of my YouTube, wherein you will see somebody reads my poetry. The way it went on for 2 hours, 3 hours, because they know how to appreciate it. Understood? For every word by word. What we do is, in India, we only do like this. Not enough. Assume that you become an IFS officer. There is a personality test, IPS officer. IPS officer always does like this. Do you think that's a good manners? Huh?
No, sir.
Yeah, you should spell out. Only human being can do that. Otherwise, donkeys, monkeys, and all that birds and all that will start chirping, right? Or maybe nodding head. No, as human being, we have the ability to speak. So what you should do?
Speak.
Speak out. Don't become confused in using words.
Sure.
You understood? If that is not done, there is a personality test. They are not testing your knowledge there. They are testing how are you responding. So writing is what we do by briefing and all that. Not good enough. In speaking also you must be good.
Okay, sir.
So that comes only when these are all part of the training programs. When you must be able to hold and then speak what you want. And that too very specific, crisp, clear to the point. That is also essential. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Anything more to ask? Anybody else also? We have few people who joined who also, Raghunath Menon and all must be in from office.
Sir,
Today I didn't go to office.
Yeah.
So I thought I will.
Menon,
Thank you.
this Manogna was one who attended the Yuva Sammelan. Yuva Sammelan, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was listening to.
Yeah, she.
Today I didn't go to office, so I also had an opportunity to listen to you.
Yeah, she is a
Thank you.
she is a civil service aspirant. She aims to become an IPS.
I think she will get it. I don't think any doubt. Maybe under your guidance and your things, if she follows very well, I'm sure she will get it.
thank you very much, sir.
But you should follow what he is telling. You see, first point is you should respond. And I have seen Dr. T.P. Shashkumar sir, for any mail or anything, the immediate response is there. No response means it is all of course, living beings, but animals, not men or a man.
Manogna, my brother is also here from Thiruvananthapuram. He is a retired Indian Forest Service. He was the senior most forest officer from Kerala.
Okay.
He is here, IFS.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, anything more to ask? Amrita is there.
Sir, actually, in the mains paper,
Yeah.
we have a language paper, it's a paper 1 and 2. In that first, one is English compulsory of 300 marks, and the other language we have to choose any of our language. Right,
Yeah.
sir? Can it be again English or should it be except English?
It has to be your any Indian languages.
Okay.
You have a special English too. The highest English also will be there, but Indian language is what is preferable.
Okay. Okay, it could be Hindi or any.
Yeah. And the language of writing exam can be any other language also, not necessarily in English. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So English is compulsory and good English is compulsory. See, what English is asked up to 10th class or even a BA or MA or PhD in English is not good enough. How clearly you can distinguish things and how fast you can distinguish things. See, for example, you are a physics and chemistry student for plus 2, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of property?
It defines a particular thing in which it is used.
Example.
For example, properties of, for example, if you take a thing, an object, that object has such chemical properties and physical properties. It means it is following, it is a way that is followed in chemically or physically.
Yeah,
The way it is.
see, for example, I asked example. You did not give example. Again, you tried to explain it. You understood. What could be the example? The property of salt. The saltiness is the salt property. One sentence it is clear, right? How do you know how to define it very clearly? Look at dictionary. Most of the common words with which we think that we know, 100% we know. Understood. Now Sri Harsha, in the chat box he mentioned land property. 100%. That's why I asked you what is your background. Physics, maths, chemistry, you will only look at salt as a property. If the same question, if I ask a commerce student, they will never come out and say the way you defined. They will tell property is, if I owns, that is my property. Now assume there is a philosophy student. Neither they will be related to science nor related to trade and commerce. The way they react will be entirely different. Which is your school?
Bharati Vidya Bhavan.
Okay. Now let me ask you, do you own Bharati Vidya Bhavan?
No.
How did you say that's your school?
Because I study there.
Okay. Because you study, does it mean you own that?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Who is your mother?
My mother, the one who gave me birth.
But is it your own? Your ownership is there with the mother?
Yes.
Yes. What is the ownership? Is it a document?
No, it is a bond. It is a.
Yeah. So what is your ownership with your school? It's a bondage. It's a relationship. It's a feeling. So philosophy students will speak like that. How do you get all the different views on one single word? We have to be in divergent thinking. How did we become that? How will you get it? Look at dictionary. Though I know the meaning, I must spend time on looking at the meaning. One of the best online dictionary which I prefer, there may be many, wordhippo.com. Hip means right? The twisting happens at the hip for the dancers. The hippo means they keep on twisting. So the language has to be tilted in every fashion and then look at it very clearly from different directions. So every word must be understood from different angles. That is the way you must learn language. It should be in the same way in your mother tongue also. What is your name?
Manogna.
What does it mean?
More jnanam. Not sure, sir.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. This is very, very generic. You know everything about the world, but you don't know about your name. Don't do that. Keep on there. I can ask 100 questions like this. You must be very, very vigilant. You must be able to interpret things. Correct? You must look at where does it come from, the origin of the word. When you look at dictionary, it is not one single word which gives us an answer for or meaning for a word. When a word comes in Webster's dictionary or Oxford dictionary and all, you will see one full page. Don't look for a meaning. Don't look for a meaning. Look for the whole different meaning so that you don't have to look at dictionary again for that word later in your life. Thoroughly. Then your English will become very strong. You have another 3 more years. Got it? 3 more years is a large time. But then use those words as frequently as possible so that you become thorough.
Okay, sure. Sir, and one more thing, sir. If a person is qualified for IPS, to the examination or interview. And if he fails in the physical test which we have.
See, there is nothing called selection for IPS, selection for IAS, selection for Indian Foreign Service IFS. All these have got common examination.
Yes.
And you are not selected for either IAS, IPS, IFS. You have a rank. Based on the rank, based on the options, you may get what they serve you. The options are only with you. You have not selected. They will select. India government will select you. But assume you are in the highest ranks and then you have opted for IPS. Assume you are the second rank person. And then you maybe 100th rank also you may get a chance. If you want IPS, you will get it. But assume in that batch there are only 70 vacancies and all the first 70 people opted for IPS. Then what will happen? You will not get IPS. You will get the next option given by somebody else.
Yes.
So don't prepare for IAS, IPS, IFS. You are preparing for Indian Civil Service.
Yes, sir. I mean, what if a person was given IPS by the government itself, and he tries not to appear the practical or physical test?
They all are the same. IAS, IPS, IFS, all of them physically they have to be fit. It is not that the IPS, the training will be different and in which you will be made fit. It is not physical. It is mostly the brain which works for them also.
Okay, sir.
Don't think that it's like even in military now the officers are not selected based on their physical ability. Earlier probably yes, no.
Okay, sir.
And if you are a science student, you have a graduation in science, you could also write Indian Forest Service. And if you have economics higher degrees, then you can write Indian Economic Service. Statistics Service. Engineering, if you have completed civil, mechanical, electronics, not computer science. Okay, electrical. These are all main core engineering subjects. Then you can write for Indian Engineering Service. So there are different other Indian services also, apart from the mainstream services. In All India Service, you have got Indian Postal Service also is called IPS.
Yeah.
And Indian Raw Service is there. They're all, maybe not many opt for that. Revenue Service is also there, no? IRS. But Indian Raw Service is also there. There are around 54, I think, yeah. Kunyatan can add something. You have to unmute. You are in mute.
Hello.
Yeah. We have Manogna.
Somebody hear me?
Yeah, we can. Manogna is a Indian Civil Service aspirant. She is preparing. She just finished her +2 but opting for graduation. And that's why she came on conversation with me to select which subject to choose for graduation so that her ambition to become an IPS can be achieved.
Okay. Actually, before going to a certain career, it is better to just check your what options in your life. There are certain what you call scientific methods which actually tell which service you actually want. Like suppose there are 100 questions, they give questions, and according to the answers given by you, they will be able to, or the scientific this device, or they can able to tell you that which is your actual interest. So accordingly, suppose you are more interested in helping the poor people, then IRS is not okay. Police may be okay, IAS may be okay. And your passion for something is different. So there is a scientific method to know that what is your real interest. Suppose somebody, that is why a lot of preference is given to these civil service aspirant. They have to go for the interview. Interview will be able to tell you that whether this person is particularly fit for that service. So before venturing into writing the civil service, you should check that whether your real knowledge or whether your ambition is to become a historian or a story writer or a science person or an engineering person or going for civil service. So then only you should actually go for that. Otherwise what happens, if somebody wanted to serve to the people and he writes the exam and his rank is very low, he will be selected for some other service. So he may not be able to achieve his goal. So that is one thing. There are a lot of things, from the very beginning you have to, as first very easy thing I will tell you to get into the civil service is first understand the entire syllabus. Then you find out that which are the books which actually tells those syllabuses. Like for example, your CBSE note 8th class, 9th class, 10th class, 11th class, 12th class, all books are available. All the things you need not to study. Select, suppose your Indian Constitution, General Studies. There may be, you have to read only 2 chapters from 8th standard, 10th standard or 11th standard, like that. So you make all those things, first you get all those things and go through at least 10 years question papers. Then you will be able to tell you what is the pattern. So we will be able to actually tell that what are the probable questions that may come. So accordingly you prepare. Otherwise the problem is, it's a very vast subject. Suppose you are taking general knowledge. General knowledge, it is, everybody has to write. Then general knowledge, there will be some 20 subjects are there. Studying all those 20, it will be difficult. So there are certain things, I think within a short time I may not be able to tell everything. But then another thing, what I understood is that, I will tell one example. Actually, when I was working as a director at tourism, I have not much idea about tourism. But since I wanted to do my PhD on tourism, there was a entrance examination done by the Kerala University. There are about 60-65 people appeared for that examination. Once you clear that examination only, you will be eligible to get into do your PhD. So there are so many people actually who have been teaching in tourism for the last several, like professors, like so many people were there, but they were not able to actually. I only cracked that examination. It is simply because that I don't know all the. I am not aware of all these what is the intricacy of tourism. But I will tell one point. Suppose because I was a teacher, so I know that somebody I value some student's answer paper. What a teacher will think about it. He will actually the first question which you answer, and the first page if you just go through, he will have an understanding that whether this particular student is okay or not. So in a way, what I have done is that the best answer I can give in a very, very beautiful way, in a very presentable way, in a very good handwriting. You make the first page so nicely that the valuer will think, the teacher will think that this is the first person. He have his own mind, telling that this person is fit person. So he get more maximum marks. So not only you somebody may be knowing all those things, but he cannot keep it in the paper, or his language may be bad, or his writing style is bad. So all those things matters. So from the very beginning, one has to actually not only read and understand the thing, but the writing is very, very, very important. So there are so many techniques. So only one point I have told. If somebody asks something, I can tell. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, actually, you have one of your videos and the handbook, sir. There was this point.
Actually, I am not getting you.
The question is to me. Yeah. Yeah. Manogna, tell me.
Yes, sir. In that, there was this point of going through the syllabus and understanding the syllabus first. What all options you have.
Yeah.
So I started yesterday going through them. So my theme or my idea, so please correct me if I'm wrong. I wanted to choose a subject which is in the optionals of mains, so that I will be perfect in that subject in all these 3 years of graduation,
Yeah.
and will be having a beneficial time preparing at that time.
No, I will tell you, Manogna. If you look at the statistics of people who got into civil service in the last few years, it is not that who has opted for main, they must have opted anthropology, sociology, but they have not graduated or postgraduated in that subject. That is because just now, as my brother TPN Kuti explained to you, you have the ability to analyze something, interpret it, judge it, and create a brief note. Sometimes these logical reasoning is more, the logical reasoning for doing this is more in science students than in arts students. A history student may be able to study history, but give me a history book, I can study that much faster than a history postgraduate or PhD. Because what I do is I convert the whole thing into a number line and then put them into that sequence, which history students will not be able to understand. I can understand geography much faster than a geography postgraduate or PhD, because I am a mathematician. So graph is what it is. Graph represents geography. So don't think that I can understand anthropology only if I study anthropology. You are a science student, definitely you have a better analytical skill. But unfortunately, in the classrooms in science or engineering or medicine, that is not being taught. That has to be inborn to you. That is what my brother was explaining. Do you have that aptitude is what is to be tested. Okay, that testing is done by reading newspaper, collecting information. Some people think that I have to be 24 hours busy. No. Okay, you can be very, very specific, only short time you study. But then during the study, whatever is there, you are able to capture it. I am not a great reader. I don't even read many things in my life. I don't even read newspaper these days, I'll tell you. But once you tell the news, I will be able to connect it very fast, because I know I did not read your bit of news, but I can tell you because I know the earlier stories, right? Then I can connect between the lines. So that ability is what you should get. It is not spending more time. So 3 years I have got. Therefore 3 years if I take post-graduation main subject, I can no. Because you are too young to understand that subject. You don't know which is your taste. See, for example, sociology, anthropology, public administration. These subjects you never heard up to +2. How do you know this is your taste? Without knowing the taste, you join there, then you find, oh, this is not what I want to study, I would have taken something else. Then you don't feel interest in that graduation also. I'll tell you, there are 20 lakhs people writing civil service. But aspirants for writing maybe 100 lakhs. 80% of them don't even, application is not given. because they lose their heart. Okay. So what is to assume that you want to know? You look at different syllabus. You want to get a taste of it. Look at the syllabus. Read at least a few paragraphs. Oh, this is what it is. Like a buffet dinner, how do you select which counter you have to eat more? You will go and taste everywhere first. And then see, oh, this is my taste, right? And sometime you may choose a subject, but that college where you are studying, that teacher who teaches you may not have any passion for that. Therefore, it's like a good food but cooked very bad. You may like idli, but that idli was so horrible, which you expected an idli, but this is not an idli at all. What do you feel? You feel bad, right? So don't connect with your education with the option which you take for civil service. Even somebody passes MBBS or BTech or mathematics or physics or chemistry, they don't take that option as chemistry or maths or physics. They will still take anthropology. That is because the subject is very, very, 5 books if you read, it's finished. But mathematics, if you read 500 books, it is not finished. That is one argument. And second argument I will tell you. Second argument is, if you assume somebody writes mathematics, only very few will write mathematics, right? Who will evaluate them? Only mathematics professors will evaluate. Definitely they have a passion to see one of the mathematics student reach up to IPS because they have a affinity or closeness to that. So it could connect that way also. These are all, it is not done by computer, it's all human, right? There is a saying, writing in English is very good because everything you learn in English. But somebody argue that writing in mother tongue is better. Why? Because assume somebody writes in Malayalam or in Telugu, only those people who are pundits in Telugu will evaluate your answer sheet, right? So definitely a Telugu person will like to see their Telugu person comes into civil service. But there is always a balancing done. And even there are bright students who pass examination, pass main. See, 20 lakhs people apply, only 5 lakhs people write or 10 lakhs people write, out of which only 20,000 will get into main, out of which only 3,000 people get into interview. All the 3,000 people are not interviewed by same committee. It is going into different rooms like different parallel panels. Suppose you are lucky, you get a very good panel, you are through. You go to a bad panel, finished. So it's all sometimes not just your merit. Like what my brother was explaining, you don't have to study the whole thing. An intelligent person will understand where the crux is. Got it? Given a book, I don't have to read the whole book. If Bhagavad Gita, when I read, I don't read the whole slokas. I will only pick up the best few, and then if time permits, if I need some references, I will read the rest of the sloka. All 700 slokas are not at all important. The other day I was teaching Bhagavad Gita. First one sloka, last one sloka. Finished. Bhagavad Gita is finished. Now you have some more time. Take another one sloka from here, another one sloka. Then you iterate and come inside. The filtering is what is life.
Okay.
So that is what is essential. Assume there is you have to catch a thief. You will not go and question everybody, right? You will look at people and see, oh, this man is the right choice. You are able to choose what exactly is required. That is what is synopsis, abstract, brief. So you are able to get to the crux. That ability is being tested even. That is why the syllabus is given so vast. Got it? And functionally, you must be able to present what is there in the subject. That's the ability. So you must have that ability to choose what is exactly required. Not that because I have got a PhD in mathematics, that doesn't mean I know the whole mathematics. I know how to get knowledge from mathematics, and given time, give me half an hour, I will learn that topic. That ability is what is proved. So that ability you should have. That is what is being tested also. Not that you know the whole, no. You know how to make things favorable for you. That ability is what is required for you. And you must know India, because you are an Indian civil service person. You must know India. So Indian geography, Indian history, that is required. So what will happen? Assume that you need to be a science student to become that. But then you get into a science subject in which I was a mathematics postgraduate student. My brother got Indian Forest Service. I was fully for Indian. I used to sit full time in library, read everything. But then every day I get scolding from my professor because I don't do my assignments. And then he told me, you decide whether you want mathematics MSc or you want to be a IAS. If you want IAS, get out of this place, he said. But that was not guaranteed. So what did I do? I lost interest in that IAS. Otherwise, my first few days in Calicut college when I was joined for MSc, Cochin University librarian knows more about me than my own teachers who are teaching in my class. But then I decided, oh, that's not my cup of tea. Right? I became a mathematician.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean becoming a civil service is something bigger and greater than any other job in the world. Understood? I became a scientist. Luckily, I could go to Cabinet Secretariat where the senior most IAS is working. And when we used to have meeting, many people used to ask me which batch you belong to. That means they all thought that I am IAS or IPS. I reached that position where people could, there are a lot of raw service, police service, people from different postal department, IPS, Indian Postal Service people was my accountant. Who are looking at account, not necessarily when you get into postal service, you do only postal job. Indian Postal Service people are posted in Cabinet Secretariat to look at accounts. Your job, what you get, need not be that. Don't think that when you become an IPS, all the time you will become IPS. Police only. No. IPS people are also put under directorship of a KSRTC, Road Transport Corporation. You can be put as director for Film Development Corporation. You can be put as managing director for a paper mill. So don't expect all the time you do that. My brother was in Forest Service, but he was in tourism. Also he worked. He also worked in MD for an Ayurveda firm of Kerala.
So, sir, graduated in which degree?
He is a master in zoology and he is a PhD in butterfly. Zoology related subject. People take other civil service because we don't have a sufficient number of IAS, IPS, IFS and all in India. Still there are a lot of vacancies. So in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and all, when they became two different states, they want double number of civil servants. They don't have. So what did they do? One IAS person will be in charge of 4 different departments. Got it? So we have lot of vacancy in India. We don't have sufficient police people. But still police people are spared for different departments. We have steel company which makes weapons. Government of Kerala. The chief was a police chief, IPS. Senior most person was put as managing director for that. Sometimes it can be a punishment posting also. Government doesn't like you to be in the vigilance department where you will start inquiring all the bad or wrong things about the politician. Immediately he will be posted in tourism department. What he will do? Assume that you are put on road corporation and you create lot of troubles on the road. You will be put in under shipping so that you put problems in the sea only. Understood? So the state government can post you, but you can always go back to central government because these are all under central government schemes, right?
Yes, yes.
You heard now recently the senior most IAS officer was called back by central government, but Mamata said, no, I will not leave. But police and IAS always will have this state. If you are in a state, opted for state. It is not opting for IAS, IPS. You should also opt for which state you want posting. There is no point in Manogna becoming an IPS and you are not in your state, you are in some other place. What is that great thing?
Okay.
You love to be part of your state so that you can, your parents, your relatives, everybody will feel great, right?
Yes.
Correct? Not necessarily. You can be somewhere in some other state because your rank is too low. You don't get the state which you opted for.
Okay.
That can also happen. So what do? They again reappear. They try again. Second time again they will improvement examination sort of. Many people who get IRS first, Indian Revenue Service, from there they will write again examination, get into IAS or IPS, whatever they want.
And I have chose this digital notes for newspapers, Evernote app, and I have been using it for quite time. But I maintain the news under each day. For example, today's date I'll mention it. But in one of the speeches I've heard that if a news is there, try to analyze in the handbook. I guess. Try to analyze it in a political way, geographical way, miscellaneous, and etc. So how can I relate the news if I maintain that the categories, sir? How can I know that if this news is totally one? How do I distribute them?
See, you have a lot of dictionary in which there are a lot of words. Collecting like notes and keeping it by date wise or paper wise or geography wise will not help you unless you analyze. That's why I said analyze, criticize, compare, judge, categorize. All this should happen in your mind, not in the Excel sheet or maybe you put in different directory. It doesn't help you. So what is required? You create. That's why just now when we were reading India-China border, immediately asked to where is it? So I know you read the news, but you did not even geographically locate it. Where is it happening?
Yes.
If that doesn't happen, you are not understanding. You are learning. Learning is different from understanding. I understood the problem means I can find solution. I learned the problem means somebody has to tell me the answer. Solution, I can also learn solution. I don't create solution. So idea is for you to understand. When I say Jaisalmer, immediately I must know where Jaisalmer is.
Yes, sir.
I must know the Indian geography. I must know the world geography. Not every part of the country in the world, every small bit of, no. When you understand, when you get a news in Hindu newspaper world page, it means lot of people filtered and kept what is exactly an Indian required to know is what is put in your newspaper. So somebody already filtered it. Filtered it geographically, filtered it important wise politically, filtered also by relationship between India. Bilateral relationship. If India has a relation, that country has a relationship with me, then they will put you into the newspaper. Otherwise, they will not put that news in the newspaper. See, a newspaper which comes to your doorstep, many people worked as filter. So you don't have to again put it together and then put it into a graveyard of your computer, which you will never look at it. Don't do that. What is required is understand it, relevance of it, relevance to India. When I read China, I am not interested in China. The relevance of that activity in China, how does it matter to me? See, the other day China government made a rule that any small statement demotivating the military people of China is a great criminal offense in China today. I cannot even put a Facebook post or a Twitter or maybe somewhere I can make a comment, then I can be arrested and put into, if I am a Chinese fellow in China. Then we must look at why they did this. That is because last year when there was a conflict between India and China, some of the Chinese people, the police, the military people on the ground, there was some picture which somebody commented and he is in jail for last 6 months in China. A Chinese fellow. You understood? So when...
Chinese person insulting the Chinese government.
Yeah, insulting the Chinese army fellow.
Okay.
Understood? Assume that our soldier goes and then fight and he does some mischief there. I comment on army today. Probably nothing will, no punishment here with me. Hey, why did you do this and you failed, buffoon? If I write, nobody will arrest me tomorrow. But in China, if a Chinese fellow does it, he is arrested. Because that is questioning his own army fellow's moral. Understood? So why did they make that rule? There is a reason. They wanted to boost up the power of the people, the military people who are fighting with India, right? So we should look at every small activity happening. How does it impact on India? When I am reading Fiji, I am looking at how is it going to impact me. It may be a small country there. Then I must read the history of Fiji. How is it related to Fiji? Understood? So these are all essential. So bilateral relationship, how does it affect me is my always when I look for world news. So you don't have to read the whole news coming. In the world news, they have a big page. They have to fill, they cannot keep half page blank in any newspaper. So what do? They fill the rest of the news. So what is the main news? Catching that news is your ability. See, what you have chosen is only a story. Actually, that is not a main news in that page. The main news generally comes, there is a rule in newspaper. It comes on the right top corner. Rule number 1. And rule number 2, the font will be different. Understood? Not necessarily a big picture need not be there. But the font will be different. Like a thick one. So you look at the whole news sheet and then find out for a day, this is important. Read that thoroughly. Understand that. So that next day or after a month, a continuous story comes along with that, you will be able to catch that faster. So categorizing is not important. That's good for reference for you. Understanding at least one news per day. I am 100% sure next 3 years if you do that 1000 news, that will cover the whole world news. So you don't have to read the whole 10-15 newses which comes in the page. Pick up only the important. Just now my brother was telling, no, picking up importance is what is essential for you. So in the world news also they will fill. See, the first page in the news can be your chief minister is not attending office because of cold. That may come in the front page in your newspaper. That is not at all a question for you in the general knowledge. That current affairs is not going to be a general knowledge at all. If there is a big accident which happens, definitely that will cover 3 pages in your newspaper. That have no relevance for a civil servant at all. Understood? So these are all only a fraction of a day. Until something else happens, that will be there in the news. We are not interested. Don't waste your time reading such news at all. Whenever you see a news, look at it. Is it going to be this current knowledge, current affairs? Today's news. Is it going to be after 4 years a general knowledge question? You are not writing tomorrow. You are writing after 3-4 years. So is today's news give me a tag? Will it give me a general knowledge for 3 years after that? So very choosy. Otherwise you will waste a lot of time. Otherwise for next few years you categorize and put it, your computer will be full. And you are never going to read that back. It will become only a backup. No, don't do that.
Okay, sir.
And categorize, probably you should have a notebook which writes different country and different person. History is country, person. Events are made by place and people.
Okay, sir.
If that is done, you know. And now read general activity like what is going to be after 3 years you want to read. World Economic Forum. Great lectures are there. That will brief what happened in that country for last few years. I keep referring to World Economic Forum, and that reading is lot of knowledge. It will change tomorrow's future, economy, technology, everything is defined by them. World Economic Forum, you go and then look at lectures, and sometime you can listen to that lectures by different finance ministers, the country chief of different country, but understand those words, and then we could discuss anytime we want. Good enough?
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else who have got any more questions or any comments to add? Welcome. See, I just posted 2 minutes back before starting. 10 o'clock, maybe 9:58 I posted to this and many people joined, right? So when somebody asks question, what do I do is I post them to my contacts and immediately somebody will join. They can also add. It is not that I can answer every question. So I wish somebody has got some points to add. It could be good. Krishnadas Kurup is a good friend of mine from Bombay. We have got from different parts of the world. We have got somebody joined from Gulf. We have somebody from many from Thiruvananthapuram. We have Nellore, right? Samiksha Shial from again Gulf. There are so many people out there. Lalita Krishna from Tirupati. Good enough? If anybody doesn't have anything to, then we will call it a day. Thank you.
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
it was a great Krishnadas here from Bombay. As usual, sir, hearing from you is so precious. Every moment. I would only request each one of you to see that imbibe what sir has said. Not only imbibe, practice. These are golden words. I've seen it happen so many years. You guys are lucky. That's all, sir. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this. Thank you, sir.
Krishnadas arranged a few programs of mine in Bombay, and we used to have, we lived together, stayed together, walked together, ate together.
Yes.
It was a beautiful,
Fortunate.
good day.
Fortunate. I was also at your place, sir. Remember for one day.
Yeah, he came to my
One of the
place.
best experiences. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. He's into academics. Okay. Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
The best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shashi Kumar sir. Thank you, Narayan sir.